I thought I would go ahead and do a live show today. I'm sorry for not giving you all any notice, but kind of a spur of the moment thing I thought I'd go ahead and do. I got off work a little bit early today, had a 4-day inventory at our store. It took 4 days to do the inventory I needed to do. And then I had an inventory crew come in and help me with the rest of everything yesterday. So four hectic days of total store inventory. It was quite the 4 days. I'm pretty beat from it, but I'm feeling good enough to hang out with you guys a little bit. But anyway, guys, if you're here, let me know. I appreciate any of you that are joining in and hanging out with me for a little bit. I thought it'd be kind of cool to do my first show for 2025 with the Dropping the Ash podcast, which this is episode 33. I thought it'd be kind of cool to do my first show for for 2025 today live, since I don't do a whole lot of live stuff, which I will be doing more down the road. I've got the great Martin Montnick from the German heavy metal band Accept coming to be on my show. It's going to be January 12th, it looks like. Not sure what time yet. I'll keep you guys posted on everything. But yeah, so anyway, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for joining me. And I appreciate all of you that have been following me from the beginning, all of you new followers as well. And I appreciate all of you. I couldn't do this without you. You guys are the reason why I'm here. And I appreciate all of you very much. You guys are always in my thoughts and prayers every day. You guys are the best. And I think I've got some really great followers and family, which I consider all of you family of the Harper Cigar Lounge channel, whether it's on Facebook or here on YouTube. You guys are all family to me, and I appreciate all of you. I don't take any of this lightly or take it for granted. You guys are, again, the reason why I'm here, and without you, I couldn't do this, and I wouldn't want to do this without you either. You guys are probably wondering what's going on with the channel this year. Not sure yet. I've just came off of some pretty busy work, over this past, couple weeks really, but I'm going to be doing, of course, more podcasts. I'll be a guest on another channel, which is Jake Knopf from State Farm, his show, which is Jake's Music State is his YouTube channel. So I'll be a guest on his show doing music reviews, doing some cigar reviews, and I'll be doing, I'll be doing my own podcast, of course. Hoping to have more guests on my podcast. And so looking forward to a lot of things. Got a lot of things planned. Got a lot of things planned for all of you to be able to be a part of. So anyway, I'm excited for 2025. I hope it's better than 2024 for sure. And today, I am going to smoke this really great cigar right here. I've already clipped it. I've already cut the cap off a little there. But some of you guys have asked out there what my favorite cigar was for 2024. And this was definitely my favorite cigar for 2024. This is the Black Label Santa Morete Petite Lancero 6.5 by 42. Wrapper Ecuadorian Habano. Binders Ecuadorian Habano. Fillers Nicaraguan Dominican Republic. And San Andreas. Manufacturer suggested retail price on this is $10.99 to $11.99. 5-pack is around $5.90 or $51.99, and a box of 20 is around $197.99. And again, you get a box of 20, and that box looks like this right here. That's what that box looks like. Such a great cigar, and I just love the artwork on this box. Same artwork that's on the cigar band. So anyway, but this will be my third one that I've smoked of these, and the first two have been terrific, and I expect this one to be as terrific as possible as well. And I used this cutter. My son got this for me for Christmas. This is the one. This is the cutter I use on this cigar. It's got the V cut or the guillotine. You just push that and it pops open, and then you can clip it, and then everything that you clip goes on the inside of this, and then you can just open it back up and shake it out. But this is a Calibri cutter. So anyway, that was a gift from my son Gage for Christmas. I really love the blue, and so far it's just been really great. I've used it quite a bit already. I've only had it for about a week or so, but it's just really got a great spring action to it. And I don't even want to know what my son paid for this. I'm sure it wasn't cheap. So thank you, Gage, my son. Love you. And thank you for that wonderful gift. I'm going to try something different today with toasting this up. I'm actually going to use some matches. I have never really used matches. I've used a soft flame lighter in the past. I've used my torch lighters, of course. But anyway, I thought I'd go ahead and try some matches this time to light this. So here we go. Start giving this a toast here. Some of you guys are wondering why I'm on here talking. Well, if you haven't been a member of this channel, you're probably not going to know why I'm on here exactly. My channel is Harper Cigar Lounge. I discuss a lot of heavy metal, hard rock, and cigar content. And so I'm on here for my followers. If you're new to this channel and you think you might like what you're seeing here, definitely subscribe by smashing that subscribe button on my channel. Hit the like button, and leave me some comments and feedback, of course. And share this content to everybody you know out there as much as you possibly can. I'm not sure if I'm liking the lighter or the. I'm not sure if I'm liking the match thing too much. I dropped a little bit on my carpet. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I don't know. I guess I'm not patient enough for the match. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use my Oliva table top 3-torch lighter here. Make this a little quicker. Not that I want to rush my toasting experiences or my toasting rituals, but I think I just rather use this because I think I enjoy just a little bit more. So, than using the match. It just burns too quick. That match burns too quick, and then I've got to get another match out. And with this, I don't have to worry about that. I can just keep toasting, and I know my torch flame will keep it going as long as I need it to. Yeah, I think it's almost there. Do one more little toast here. Yeah, it's ready. Anyway, guys. Again, this is the Black Label Santa Muerte Petit Lancero, and there it is right there. This has been a really good cigar every time I've smoked it. Pretty good even burn, builds up some nice ash, great aromas in the air. The tastes are just wonderful. It's not a real full strength cigar, it's more of a medium strength cigar if I didn't mention that. Very complex kind of cigar. Hits all the parts of your palate very well. Just a lot of flavors that come out of this, and you know, some of the taste notes I get is coffee and like cocoa, some spice and cedar, some leather and some white pepper maybe, but some little bit of natural sweetness as well. So anyway, we'll see how it does today, but this will be my third one. I think this is I think I said that I've smoked 3 of these. Actually, so this would be my 4th one actually that I've smoked. And they've all been great each time. So I actually have a little bit of some Martin Monnick in the background playing. You probably won't be able to hear it very much. I've got it down kind of low so I'm not getting flagged from YouTube. But Martin Monnick, again, will be on my show January 12th Not sure what time yet exactly. I'll keep you guys posted. But he's going to be on my show. Um, he's over in Nashville, Tennessee right now. He just got back from Germany. And again, he's with the German metal band Accept. They started in the 70s, late 70s, and were really big in the 80s and have continued to do well over the years. Martin is probably one of the best bass players I've ever heard. He can play a 5 string, 6 string bass, and he can play anything: jazz. He can play blues. He can play metal. He can play country. He's been with different bands like Well, he's been with Ray Parker Jr. Um, he's been with gosh, I'm trying to think of who else he's been with. But he's been with some different artists out there. So he's been around the block a little bit. But he's been with Accept now for, I don't know, probably about, I want to say 4 or 5 years now. He's been with Accept, and he's doing very well out there. And he's definitely one of the best bass players I've ever listened to. So, but anyway, guys. So again, yeah, this is a great cigar. It's doing well so far. It's building up some nice ash. And the color of this wrapper is really beautiful, I think. It's just got a really nice kind of rustic looking cigar wrapper. And I just love that band again. Just love the holographic writing in the skull and roses and on that white label. It's just really cool. So anyway, I was going to discuss, all of you that have been following me, I did a show early December where I discussed all the top cigars I wanted to smoke for December, for Christmas, for December. And so I got my list of cigars that I discussed, and I'll give you the ones that I thought were the best or the least best. But yeah, so December 8th, I did episode 32 of Dropping the Ash podcast, discussed the top 7 cigars for December. And so I've got my list of cigars that I smoked, and I smoked them all. And I thought they were all fairly good overall. There was a couple that didn't do as well as I thought they could. Um, but the number 7 cigar that was on my list was the New World Cameroon Double Robusto Box Press 5.5 by 54 by AJ Fernandez. And I won't get into all the details of each cigar. But this cigar was really good as always. It was a cigar that I've had on occasion. It's been one of my favorites actually out there. Not a real strong cigar, more medium to full strength it's considered, but I think it's more medium strength. But it's out of Nicaragua, and it's around $6.99 a stick. Wrapper's Cameroon, Nicaraguan binder, Nicaraguan filler. But anyway, so I thought that was a really good cigar. If I was to go back and redo my list of my top 7 cigars, it'd be higher up in the list definitely. I had it at number 7 for the least for the cigar that I wanted to smoke the least because I'd already had it on occasion. So I wanted to kind of put the ones on my list that were a little bit higher on my list with the ones I hadn't smoked yet. So, but if I was to go back and redo my list, I'd probably put it more at number 3 or number 4 because it was just a really, really good cigar once again. And if there's a cigar that I wanted to add to my list that I didn't have on there last time, it'd definitely be the cigar here today. If I was to go back and add one more to this list or take one away, this would definitely be in that list somewhere. Probably up in the, I'm going to say tier 3 range, top tier or top 3 range of best cigar, or cigars that I think I wanted to be the most anxious to smoke. So anyway, then number 6, I had the Cuesta Rey Centro Fino Sun-Grown 6x50 Toro by the J.C. Newman Company. And that one was really good also. Ecuadorian sun-grown wrapper, Dominican binder, Dominican filler. suggested retail price from the manufacturer is around $7.99 to $8.99. Medium to full strength. It comes in a really nice glass tubo. It's got kind of a nice rustic wrapper, kind of like this. So it's got, it's got everything that you want in a cigar. It burned well, had great ash, it had great aromas. It did just well on all levels, pretty much. And so I would definitely put that more at the top of my list, probably around number 2 or number 3 as well, maybe number 4. So anyway, but yeah, so these first 2 that I mentioned here, I would have had more on the top of my list instead of the bottom of my list. The ones that were on here that were a little more expensive, I was a little surprised that they didn't do better. So it just goes to show that more expensive cigars aren't always what they're cut out to be. But anyway, guys, hope you're all doing well out there. Some of you guys have dropped in, I see. And let's see here. Midnight Villain, shout out to you, bro. Thank you. Shout out back to you, brother. I appreciate you. Thanks for dropping in. Someone put die. Well, same back to you. Not sure who you are, but you don't need to be here. I'm trying to bring something positive to my channel, to all my followers that like what they see here. So you don't have to be here, and I don't want you here if you can't say anything positive. So anyway, but all of you others that are saying something positive, thank you very much. And Menace, thank you for the compliment on my hat. I wear a lot of these at work, these flat caps, single panel flat caps. I wear these to work a lot. And then I've got my Boston Scally caps that I wear that are a little bit nicer that I don't wear to work. I wear those on my days off or when I go out to hang out with my friends or my family or to go out to eat or something. I'll wear my nice Boston Scally Company hats. If you've never checked out Boston Scally Company, make sure you look up Boston Scally. They're on YouTube, they're on Facebook, they're on the wide world web. But their hats are great. They've always got great deals on them. And they have hats for every occasion, summer, winter. They've got them for all the different holidays. They've got them for yard work or any kind of work you do on a daily basis. They even got them for truck drivers. They've got everything you can imagine. And they run around $49.99 to $52.99, and they've got cap pins as well that you can buy to match your hat. They're about another $8, but right now they've got a 20% sale right now for New Year's. And so if you're looking at getting into some of these hats, check out Boston Scally. They got some really great deals, and so 20% off of everything right now. So make sure you check them out if you're liking these kind of hats. So this one is not a Boston Scally cap. I've got this one. This is kind of a brown. I don't know. It's kind of it is a herringbone, and then I've got a like a regular gray herringbone. I bought them on eBay for, I don't know, I think I paid about $25 for each of these. But my Boston Scallies are, there's definitely a huge difference between Boston. And my hair is looking atrocious, I'm sorry. But this is it's called Wonderful Fashion. And I'll tell you what, I've had these hats now sorry my hair looks terrible, my God. I'm wearing my work shirt as well still. I just got home from work not too long ago. But these hats that I got on eBay, I've had them now for 3 years. I've even had to wash them a couple times in the washer. I don't put them in the dryer, I'll let them sit out to dry, but they've lasted very well I think I paid around $25 for these, but they've lasted very well actually, and they're actually pretty comfortable. But I still can't compare them to the Boston Scally caps. There's no way. So, but yeah, Menace is definitely a great time to buy one. 20%, and usually they're about 10% off on their codes. Sometimes 15%. Sometimes they've had one for 25% on occasion, but not very often. 20% to 25% it's kind of rare for them to have that big of a 20% off. So definitely check them out. I wear a medium to large. I don't have a super big head, but I wear a medium to large. And I can't remember what centimeter that is exactly. But for like fitted caps, like baseball caps, or I think I wear like a 7 3/4. I think I want to say. So if you wear about 7 3/4, or if you don't, but you can, if you're bigger than a 7 3/4 cap, then you're probably gonna need a large, extra large. But anyway, but yeah, but if you do get the wrong size, they will. If you get in touch with their customer service, which their customer service is great, if you get in touch with them, they'll send you a cap immediately, the one you want, and then they'll give you a label to send back your cap, where you don't have to pay for anything to ship it back. And then while you're shipping yours back, they're shipping you a new one, so you get it very quickly. And in the beginning, I had gotten a couple wrong sizes, and so I had to kind of send back a couple in the beginning and switch them out for something different. Once in a while, if they're like Christmas caps or Thanksgiving caps or Halloween caps, some of those sell out very, very quickly. And so with those, sometimes you're not guaranteed to get a replacement with the same cap. You might have to settle for something different sometimes, but they will work with you very well. So check them out, definitely. Let's see, I ordered the Erie, but it was too large, even though I ordered the XL. Did you send that back? Or did you get a different cab? Did they work it out with you? Not yet. It arrived yesterday. Okay, well, get in touch with them pretty quick, and they will. You'll get another hat pretty quick, and then the Airy. Let's see. I ordered the Airy, but it was too late, or too large, even though I ordered the X. Okay, well, just always get in touch with them pretty quick, and even if you get another one that's still not fitting you right, they'll let you send that one back as well, and you won't have to pay for it. The only time you'll have to pay, or the only time you'll lose out on shipping, I think, is if you'll have to pay shipping charges. If you just decide you want to send it back and not get a replacement, then you'll have to pay shipping. But if you're going to trade it out, they'll always work it out with you. So let's see. I guess I can order the large, but it may be too small. Let's see here. No, I think the if you get the medium large, I think it'll fit you pretty good. I really do. So try the medium large. And I'll tell you, with me, I've got to tell you, actually, like the peaky caps with the button on the top, not the flat caps, but the peaky caps, the 8-panel peaky caps. I wear a medium large in those. But when I order a flat cap from Boston Scally, I got to go a size up just because of the way they're shaped, I guess. But the flat caps, single panel caps, I've got to wear an extra large in those. The peaky caps, with the button on the top, the 8-panel peaky caps, I got to wear I wear a medium large. So anyway, but yeah, get in touch with those guys, definitely. I don't think it'll be too small for you. I really don't. I don't think it will be. Mine fit just perfect. Majority, I don't know, 99% of the time they fit perfect. I've gotten one once in a great while where it's just a little bit more snug than the other, but the more I wear it, it loosens up, it seems like. So, and there are some YouTube videos you can watch. There's some tricks you can do with your Boston Scally caps to stretch them out just a little bit to where they fit a little more comfortably. But there are YouTube videos about that. But just by wearing it a little more, it will stretch out for you. So, but Menace, where are you from? Brother, where are you from? I dropped an ash. That's how this whole show started. I was doing other podcasts and I was dropping an ash before I could get to the to my ashtray, and I made a joke about it. And someone suggested that I call the show do another podcast called the Dropping the Ash Podcast. So I have, and it's been a fun show to do. Montana, okay. I dated a gal, and this was a long time ago, but I used to go to Bozeman, Montana quite a bit. Her dad owned a big horse ranch outside of Bozeman, and so I used to go down there. This was back in the early 90s. Well, let's see, 92, 93, I think it was. I was going down there seeing this gal that I was dating, and she ended up turning out to be not the nicest woman I'd ever met. I thought she was really nice in the beginning, but she got to be pretty mean and not a real pleasant person to be around, so I stopped seeing her. But yeah, I used to go to Bozeman quite a bit. So yeah, let's see here. It's a college town. Yeah, it is. That's for sure. So, but yeah, I don't know. I do like Montana though quite a bit. I do like Montana. I appreciate the communication here, buddy, and for participating. I hope you've subscribed to my channel. I've got a lot of great different podcasts I do. I've got another podcast I do called Smoke and Metal, where I discuss a great album and I pair it with a great cigar. Something that you can. Um, the show's about really you're sitting there smoking a cigar, and you start thinking about great memories. Oh, you are a subscriber? Awesome, thank you. When did you subscribe? How long have you been subscribed to my channel now? So maybe you've seen all my other shows then. Anyway, but yeah, so I probably don't need to. Oh, 2 weeks ago. Awesome, buddy. Well, I appreciate your support. I really do. I hope you've been going through the different content and hope you've been enjoying it so far. I've got a lot more things planned for 2025. Um, let's see, not all, but a couple of the Boston Scala videos. Well, I appreciate you watching those. I don't do a lot of them. The one I did around Christmas time was the third one I had done. And actually, did you leave a comment on one of my older podcasts? I remember communicating with someone today that had left a message on one of my older podcasts. Okay, but but yeah, I like the Wonderland a lot. That's probably one of my top two favorites, I would have to say, or maybe top three. I really like the Scrooge. Um, okay, yeah, I remember you, buddy. Actually, I remember. Yes, thank you. I do remember you now. I do remember you now. Yep. I had to think about it for a moment, but yes, I do remember us communicating. So, um, yeah, I do appreciate you, buddy. I really do. But yeah, I hope to. I'll probably do another one down the road sometime, and I will probably. Oh, I know a long time ago I did a beard. I did a kind of little shorter video of beard care. When my beard was getting really long, I did kind of a beard routine video, and I shaved it off, but I'm growing it back because I decided I didn't like what I looked like without it. So I decided to shave it off before I went down to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, um, back in October. I went to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to be on the Cigar Junkies podcast, and I shaved it off before I went down there because those guys that I went down to be with, that's all they knew me by was my beard. They had never seen me without it, and so I wanted to give them a little bit of a shock, some shock treatment, I guess. So, but anyway, but yeah, so you've got a dozen now, and gosh, I bought about a dozen hats in the past month. They're addicting, man. I tell you, they're really addicting. Yeah, and they look great with beards. Yeah, there's something about them that just really complements a beard. I don't know what it is about them, but I've had a lot of compliments when I wear my hats with my beard. When I have my beards, and I don't know. They just really do. They really make your beard stand out more or something. Maybe I don't know, but it sure catches people's attention. Anyway, I always get a lot of compliments with my caps, and when I'm out, and people usually will mention it always looks pretty good with my beard, and so anyway, but yeah, I'm growing my beard back. It won't be it'll be about a year before I get back to where I want it, but so hopefully be patient enough to let it grow back the way it needs to. So, but yeah. Anyway, so, um, let's see here. I was gonna tell you guys the Agnorsa Leaf Signature 5x52. Really great cigar also, and that was probably my number. This was probably my favorite one out of all the ones I smoked. This last month was this Aganorsa Leaf Signature 5x52. Wrapper Nicaraguan Corojo, Binder Corojo, Filler Corojo, and Carrillo 98. So it's a Puro cigar. Suggested retail price is $13.99. Of course, from Nicaragua. Um, and taste notes is fruit, earth, and pepper, and cedar is what I got out of it. But if you guys ever run into this cigar, make sure you give it a try. Definitely my favorite cigar for December. So anyway, but that was my favorite cigar. So, but gosh, guys, keep the comments coming. Menace, you're the one that's been communicating with me the most. I appreciate that so much. I really do. Yeah, the Baker Boy pumpkin pie. I remember us talking about that cap actually now. You had mentioned to me that you had picked that up. So, and yeah, it's all coming clear to me who you are now. I remember you, of course. I remember you showing me the pumpkin pie. And yeah, if you go to, gosh, it's called, I'll have to send you the link, bud. Functified, a site that I found on Facebook, and they've been great so far. I've ordered some cap pins that sometimes Boston Scally doesn't have, that that the Boston Scally company has ran out of, and then this Functified uh, channel or page, I'm sorry, business on Facebook. They've got cap pins that I found that I've been looking for that Boston Scally didn't have anymore, and they were not overpriced at all. They were like, I think $10 at the most I paid, but usually most of them are around $8, like the Boston Scally company. But check out Functified. I'll find that link for you and I'll send it to you. I'll find you and I'll make sure you get that link because I saw them on their channel. Or on their store, or in their store, I should say. And they were, I think, $8. I think, and they had the gold and the silver one. So anyway, but yeah. So I'll get you that link, bud. I'll get you that link. So, but yeah, I've ordered a couple older Christmas cap pins that Boston Scally used to sell, and I found them on there of all places. And I found out about this store on one of the Facebook group pages for the Scally caps. So there's a Boston Scally Crew, and then there's the Boston Scally Mafia, and that's how I found out about this Functified store, is what I keep trying to say. And I had went ahead and ordered something just to see how legit it was and if it would actually come. And sure enough, it came actually quicker than what Boston Scally got me their products to me in the past. They got to me very quickly, and shipping was only $3. So yeah, so if you pay for a $10 cap pin, it's 13. Or if you pay $8, you're gonna pay if you pay an $8 cap pin, you're gonna pay 11. So, but very reasonable, I thought, and I got it. Each cap pin I ordered, I got quickly. So, very impressed with this store. But yeah, if you want a couple good groups to join that Boston Scally Mafia and Boston Scally Crew, and they'll actually the Boston Scally Crew page will let you know about any new Boston Scally caps that are coming out earlier than anybody else that wouldn't be a part of those groups. You'll find out about a new cap coming before it actually comes out on Boston Scally. So, yeah, that's how I got a hold of my Christmas cap so quick because I was waiting. It said they'd be out at noon on Friday. They were actually out by 10:30 my time in the morning, and so I jumped on some of those caps pretty quick. But I wouldn't have known about it if it hadn't been for the Boston Scally Crew group page. I knew about it. I knew about some of those new Christmas caps about 3 days before they came out. So yeah. But yeah, I'm not a part of the mafia either. Um, yeah. Or did I not say that right? Boston Scally Crew. I thought it was Boston Scally Mafia. But anyway, I'm from Nebraska. I'm in Kimball, Nebraska. Um, so anyway, I didn't know what you meant by not the mafia. Um, so elaborate on that more for me, bud. Yeah, okay. I thought that's what you meant. But anyway, but yeah, check those groups out. They're awesome. So they really are. But how's the weather over there in Montana today? It's a little windy, a little cold here. It's been really cold here. Um, yeah, I mentioned the Boston Scally Mafia group page. Yeah, I thought that's what it was called was Boston Scally Mafia. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called that I'm a part of, as well as the Boston Scally Crew. But yeah, I figured it'd be cold in Montana. I figured it'd be. I can't imagine it not being cold this time of year there. I remember all the years I went there, how cold it was when I was down that way, like in January, February. It was bitter, bitter cold. So you guys got some snow. Oh wow. We have not gotten any snow yet here, which is very scary to me because we usually have snow by October, and we've had 2 different days between October and now where we got like a minute worth of snow, and it was very light and it didn't stay on the ground at all, but just maybe an hour, and then it left, and then the second time it just if few little snow flurries came down for about a minute. Nothing ever stuck to the ground or anything. So yeah, dry winter there. Yeah, well, dry winter here. Yes, it's a dry winter, very dry winter here. Actually, someone's house caught on fire, I guess, here in town a few days ago. Um, and so yeah, it's been dry. It's been really dry for this time of year. It's really, really scary. I have a feeling when we finally get the snow that we need, it's gonna come hit us pretty hard, and it's gonna stay around for a long time. And I just wonder if we're gonna be. I just wonder if we're gonna have a winter up through March, maybe. I've seen winters. I used to live in Wyoming. Used to have winters up through beginning of June sometimes, where it was a little bit of snow on the ground in early June. I hope that's not the case this year, but we are. I don't think we're a part of Tornado Alley. No, I don't think we're a part of it. I think we're just. I think it just misses. I think Tornado Alley just misses us. But I'll have to double check that for sure, bud. I don't think we're considered to be a part of Tornado Alley, but I'll double check that. A couple years ago, we did have a tornado that was right outside of Kimball, and it almost got us. It came right at us, and then it took off a different direction. But my house here, I'm right in the middle of Kimball, and I could see the tornado outside my back door. And it was just a few miles outside of Kimball from us, and it ended up going a different direction. So we got very lucky a couple years ago. So you were born in Casper. My nephew, his name is Thomas Edmonds. Um, he lives in Casper, and I've gone to a lot of concerts in Casper, Wyoming. I used to live in Torrington, Wyoming, which was just a couple hours away from Casper, so 2.5 hours maybe from Casper. But I used to go to a lot of concerts in Casper at the Casper Event Center. I used to go to a lot of concerts there. Um, Still do once in a while. I go to some concerts in Casper. I went and saw Judas Priest and Steel Panther, I think 4 years ago in Casper, on the Redeemer of Souls tour. It might have been actually 6 or almost 7 years ago actually, but gosh, how old am I? I am 29 years old. Actually, no, that's a lie. let's see here. Judas Priest could have been badass. Yeah, it was a pretty badass concert. I've seen him quite a few times. Um, I've seen Judas Priest quite a few times, and that was a great show that I saw in Casper. And actually, I'm sorry, it wasn't with. And actually, I'm 54 years old. I was lying. I'm not 29. I'm 54 years old. I just turned 54 last August. So you're 29 and Holden. Or am I 29? Yeah, well, I wished I was 29. I really wished I was, but yeah, 29 and Holden. I look 29. Yeah, I don't know about if I look 29, but I feel like I'm in my teens still most of the time, or in my early 20s. I always feel really good almost every day. You're 52 and Holding? Well, 52 is pretty young, man. You're 3 years younger than me, and I still consider myself young. So I feel good overall every day. And let's see, dye the beard, and then we will take. Then we will take. Dye, or did you mean dye the beard and then we will talk? I don't know. I don't know if I want to dye my beard or not. Yeah, I figured you meant talk. I don't know if I want to dye my beard or not. I don't know. I've thought about it, but as fast as it grows, the gray would start coming back in pretty quick again. So, are you smoking a cigar today, or are you a cigar smoker? By any chance? I usually have more people jump on than this. Maybe people are still at home, passed out, drunk after being out last night for New Year's Eve. Um, Weird how the mustache is still dark. Yeah, I don't know why my mustache is dark. I got this stripe that goes like all the way down like this. It's just, yeah, I don't know. You're smoking a blunt. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're able to. With the work I do, I can't. I wished I, yeah. But you make me want to smoke a cigar. Yeah, they're awesome. I mean, I get a lot of pleasure out of smoking cigars, and I'll tell you what, sometimes I get some cigars that have a lot of nicotine, and I will get a great buzz off of it. And it's legal there for you. That's the other issue. It's not legal in Nebraska, so it's not legal. But hey, Mom, how you doing? I'm glad you jumped on. But anyway, yeah, with the work I do, I would never be able to do it. I've never smoked anything like that in my life. I've never smoked cigarettes either. I've always I just started smoking cigars about 3 years ago. I had never even smoked a cigar or anything up until 3 years ago. Um, a buddy of mine invited me out to Dallas, Texas. He was getting involved with a company called Religion Tequila, and I got invited out. I got to meet a couple ex-Dallas Cowboys, and they introduced me to cigars, and so it was something I was never expecting. And so after I got back from that trip, I decided to start bringing cigars into my store. I started getting cigars from my wife and my son, and so I've just been on that adventure ever since, and I don't look back. It's just been great getting to have cigars, and no, you don't inhale them. So you just puff on them. Yes, you just puff on them. You get a taste of it. Let me give you an example. All I do is I draw it into my mouth. I get a taste of the smoke, and then I release it. I keep it in my mouth. Um, Someone explained to me it's almost like if you were to go to a wine tasting, um, and you get a sip of wine, you keep it in your mouth, you swish it around in your mouth, and then you spit the wine back out before you taste the next wine. That's what it's like. You swish around in your mouth, you get a taste of it, and then you blow it back out. You don't inhale it into your lungs or anything like that. It's just for relaxation. It's for getting different tastes. Um, and it does definitely do something for me. It helps me relax. If I've had a rough day at work and come home and sit down to a cigar, have a drink with me, whether it's coffee or some rum or some whiskey or tequila, or sometimes water, seltzer water, or just regular water. Sometimes ginger ale I like. It's just nice to sit down with a cigar, and I like to watch my heavy metal music, all my metal stuff that I either listen to on my albums or my CDs or on YouTube. Um, or if I'm with my buddies, or family. It's just great to sit down with family and friends with a cigar and just hang out, and relax. But my favorite flavors, Menace. Um, and what is actually, can you tell me what your first name is again? Until you tell me, I will let you know. My favorite flavor, taste notes. Gosh, there's a lot of cigars. I get chocolate, I get coffee, I get cinnamon, um, some black pepper, some kind of spice. I get some red meat kind of flavors out of some of my cigars, and sometimes I just get some kind of natural sweetness from the cigar leaves. So, but I'd have to say probably my favorite taste notes is probably the coffees and the chocolates and the pepper and spice. Those are probably my favorite taste notes. So I'm more into the Maduro cigars. This is more of a little bit of a lighter cigar than what I usually smoke. I usually smoke some really dark Maduro cigars where they've actually got some really like kind of some meaty kind of red meat taste to it, almost like if you were to eat a steak with that's cooked like medium or medium well, and you'd have like some sweet rub on it or something. Um, I really like those kind of taste notes, but I really like cigars that have some dark roast coffees, dark chocolate, some spice, and some pepper. Those are what I really really like overall more than anything. So. Um, let's see here. So yeah, the Agnorsa leaf that I showed you guys, which is this one right here. This has been my favorite cigar out of all the ones I smoked in December. Try to get you guys to get a better look at that, and it's got just a round cap, and it's just got a regular foot on it. But I just love the band on it. Just really pretty gold embossed cigar band that covers the whole cigar there, and then the red and gold upper part of the band there. I really love everything about the cigar. Definitely my number one cigar for December. Another one that I smoked that was pretty good overall too is the Don Pep and Garcia ERHTAA Robusto 5x54 by My Father Cigars. Wrappers Nicaragua, binder Nicaragua, filler Nicaragua, and that is another Puro cigar because it's all from the same origin. All the outer wrapper, the binder, the filler, it's all from the same country of origin, which is Nicaragua. $13.99 usually for that cigar, medium to full strength. Taste notes: cashews, black pepper, some cedar or wood, and some natural sweetness. I had that at number 4 on my list. And yeah, I'd probably keep it around 4, maybe drop it up to 3, maybe. Um, let's see here. See, another cigar I smoked that was really great was the Southern Draw Jacob's Ladder 5.5 by 54 by AJ Fernandez. Wrappers Pennsylvania Broadleaf, USA. Binder Ecuadorian Maduro. Filler Nicaraguan, which includes Viso, Jalapo, Seco, Esteli, Ligero, filler tobacco leaves in there. Medium full strength, suggested retail price around $9.99, $10.99. from Nicaragua. Taste notes of black pepper, rich dark chocolate, mixed nuts and cedar. I had the Lancero to this when I was on the Cigar Junkies podcast in Pittsburgh back on October 27th, and I thought it was just one of the most awesome cigars I'd ever smoked. Definitely a cigar you might want to eat something beforehand, because it's one of those cigars that I had mentioned. It's one of those kind of cigars that has a lot of nicotine, and it's one of those cigars that will really give you a good punch if you don't have like something to snack on with it, or if you don't eat something beforehand. So definitely a cigar that's very rich and chocolatey, peppery. But yeah, it's a cigar that's got a lot of nicotine, and if you don't eat something beforehand, or if you don't snack on something and have plenty to drink with you, you'll get a great buzz off of it. When you get about halfway through it, you'll start getting a buzz. And that's what happened to me with a Tabernacle Foundation cigar for the first time, when I had smoked that last year. First time ever smoking this cigar. Really dark Maduro wrapper on it, and very peppery, very chocolatey. I didn't eat anything or drink anything beforehand. I wasn't snacking on anything with it. I didn't have anything with me to drink, and I should have. And I learned by that cigar that what a cigar can do to you if you don't prepare yourself properly for it. So anyway, that cigar, I got such a buzz. I thought I had been out drinking all night. I couldn't even hardly stand up when I got halfway through that cigar. And I stood up and I about fell over. I had gotten a nicotine kick pretty good off of that one. But let's see, the last concert I've been, last concert I've been to was Ozzy Osbourne in White Lion, 1991. Urban Metals Amphitheater to Venture, California. Wow, man, yeah, that would have been a great show. That would have been a great show. I've seen Ozzy. I saw Ozzy on the No More Tours 2. And it was the lead singer for, let me think here for a moment. Corey Taylor from Slipknot. That's who opened up for him. It was his other band that he had on the side of Slipknot. Stone Sour, I want to say, was the name of his band. Hey, buddy, from Rapid City, South Dakota. How you doing, Jake? Happy New Year to you, buddy. This was a last kind of a spur of the moment thing I decided to do. I got home from work a little bit earlier than what I planned on. Of course, I told you, Jake, about my 4 days of inventory that I have hardly had any sleep. I think I've had about 12 hours of sleep over the past 4 days, maybe at the most. Got a few good hours in last night, and today I went in to do the paperwork and do some other things I needed to catch up on. So I left work a little earlier today than normal, and I thought I got home and everyone's gone in the house, and I thought, well, I'm gonna go down to my lounge because it's pretty cold outside on the porch. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go downstairs and go ahead and smoke a cigar in my lounge. Since no one's around, and listen to my music and just hang out and have a good time. And so I thought, well, I've been wanting to do another Dropping the Ash podcast, and I thought, well, today's the first day of January. Why not do a live show? So I don't do very many live shows, which I know when I have Martin Monick on from Accept, that'll be a live show. And I told you, Jake, I wanted to do some live shows with you on it. So I definitely want to talk about doing that still. And we need to plan on the next podcast we're going to do that we've discussed doing. So we need to get together and discuss what we're going to do. I'm not going to reveal what we're going to do to anybody on here, but we need to do that and think about what we want to do. So I'm all up for another podcast with you, buddy. Again, you guys check out, especially you, Menace. Please let me know what your first name is again when you get a chance. But check out Jake's Music State on YouTube. Jake Not From State Farm is his show. Great guy. He's my brother from another mother. Robert, thank you, Robert. I wanted to call you by your first name instead of calling you Menace, and I like your channel name, but I wanted to call you by your first name. So Robert, thank you very much. But Robert, check out Jake's Music State on YouTube. Jake, not from State Farm, is his show. He does a lot of heavy metal reviews, and we did one show together where we did a cigar and heavy metal review um, on some different heavy metal stuff content that we did. But he's a great guy. We met at the Accept KK's Priest concert over in Denver, Colorado this last year, and we've gotten close and we've done some podcasts together. And so you'll see me on his podcast. If you go through and check his stuff out, you'll see me on there. But such a great guy. We've gotten really close, and he definitely needs some love out there. He needs some more support. So definitely check him out. But great guy, great guy. And I can't, I think the world of this guy. I think he's just a great guy. So check him out definitely. Um, let's see here. We'll do not the. No, not that one. Let's see here. DEI. I'm trying to think of what DEI stands for. That's the only thing that has caught up with me is my memory sometimes. I get mind blocks a little more than what I used to, it seems like. But anyway, that's okay. But let's see here. Diversity in equal. I can't even talk. Oh my God. Um, Man, I am not even gonna try to repeat what you wrote on there. My brain's fried from the past 4 days of grueling inventory at my store. um, let's see, diversity, inequality, equality. Okay, it's like Kamala Harris. Okay, gotcha. Thanks, Robert. Robert, I hope to get to know you more over time as well, man. You seem like a pretty cool guy, man. And I'm glad you found me. I'm glad we've communicated back and forth a little bit. Hope to do more of that, definitely. I tell you what, there's nothing like the cigar community and the heavy metal community. I've met so many great people in the heavy metal community, so many great people in the cigar community. Nicest people I've ever met. And I tell you what, I can't brag enough about the cigar community and the heavy metal community, how positive both communities are. And cigar smokers and metalheads like me, which I used to have very long hair when I was younger, teased it, wore the skin tight jeans, boots, metal t-shirts all the time. Once in a while, I even put some black eyeliner around my eyes. But there's nothing like the metal community and the cigar community, I tell you. Both communities were considered outcasts. And so there's nothing like joining those two communities together. And that's how Harper Cigar Lounge was born. I was down here when this lounge first started down here, that my wife and my son kind of started for me. I thought, I'm going to talk about some things I know and see how it turns out. My son thought it turned out pretty good. So we put it up on YouTube and had a decent amount of hits on it. So thought, well, I'll keep this going and see how it goes. And it's really grown over the past, almost 3 years now. My channel, it's growing, more and more every day. It's doing well. So I'm very happy about that. And met a lot of great people along the way, including you, Robert, as well. And cheers, by the way, to all of you out there, Robert, Jacob. Cheers to you guys, all of you others that have dropped in. Mom, cheers to all of you, and cheers. I'm drinking some coffee with a little bit of caramel creamer in it today. Robert, I have had Fireball and Dr. Pepper, I believe, on one occasion a couple of years ago, and thought it was really, really good, actually. we really like Fireball and eggnog together when eggnog's available. That's something that we really like around here. Um, but yeah, Fireball and Dr. Pepper or Fireball and Coke. Um, I think I've had it in Coke also. It's been a little while, but I'll have to revisit that again. That sounds like something I should revisit probably. So, it's funny about the whole eggnog thing. I never would have thought Fireball and eggnog would be good together. For some reason, one night I just thought I'd try some Fireball in my eggnog, and I thought it was one of the best things I'd ever drank. Had my wife try it, which she is not a drinker. I'm not a big drinker either, but I do like to have something on occasion. Um, I'll have to try it with the iced coffee. That would probably be pretty good, I bet actually. But anyway, I had my wife try, and she thought that was really good too. So we thought, well, shoot, we'll just keep doing this when there's eggnog available, and yeah, it's something that's became one of our favorites. But yeah, eggnog. I drank eggnog when I was a kid, when I was about 8 years old, and I got sicker than a dog off of it. I think my grandma, my great grandma at the time, had made it homemade, and or maybe it sat out too long. I don't know, but I had drank some of it at the time, and I got sicker than a dog. And up until, gosh, I think up until probably 3 years ago, I had never wanted anything to do with it. And I run a grocery store, and we had gotten some in, and I had walked by my dairy section, and we had some sitting in there. And for some reason, it just sounded really good to go ahead and try it again. I don't know, for some reason, I just got a craving for it. After all those years, I all of a sudden I got a craving for it, and sounded good to me again. So I bought some, took it home, and drank it. And I think I almost chugged down the whole damn little bottle of eggnog. And then we caught on to Fireball, and yeah. So I tried mixing with the eggnog, and yeah, I really liked that. So, but yeah, so it's pretty funny how I all of a sudden started liking eggnog again, and it's good mixed with milk, huh? Huh. I would have never thought that, but since it's good with eggnog, it makes sense that it tastes good with milk. So, what about chocolate milk? Would it be good in chocolate milk? And by the way, the aromas off of this cigar is great. A lot of smoke, of course, you guys can see that. And by the way, I should show you the cigar. It's really doing pretty good still. Building up some nice ash. Again, I dropped a couple ashes here. Um, Dropped a couple ashes, and but yeah, it's been building up some nice ash, definitely, again. And it's just got a really good even burn line right now. So that's really showing me that the cigar was really rolled well. It was taking a lot of care was taken into the cigar. Um, it's just burning great, smoking great, and so this is my fourth one now, and I've loved every one of them. This one's holding up just as well as the other ones. So, but yeah. Anyway, great cigar so far. Great cigar. Um, let's see here. I remember drinking eggnog in my bottle as a baby. Oh, okay. I hope they didn't put any Fireball in it. You haven't tried with chocolate milk? Well, try that sometime, or I'll try it, and I'll let you know how that turns out. I'll let you know. So, um, I'm curious now about the whole milk thing with it now, because eggnog's not gonna be. We got a little bit of eggnog left at the house here, um, but I've got like 2 cases left at my store. The Evan Williams eggnog that's got whiskey in it, and when you add Fireball to that, boy, you really get some strong eggnog with that. So, but I've got 2 cases, 12 per case. Got 2 cases left of it. So, but once that's gone, it's gone until next Christmas again, or next Thanksgiving. That's kind of when we start getting it. So I'll have to try milk with the Fireball, definitely. So, let's see here. Another cigar that I smoked, which was number 2 on my list. If I was to go back and redo my list, this cigar would be at number 7, actually. It was the La Aurora Emerald Tubo Figurado 5x54 with a natural wrapper. So wrapper's Ecuador, Dominican Republic is the binder filler. Brazil, Dominican Republic. A box of 8 is $196.20, so it's an expensive cigar, around $24.99 a piece. Creamy sweetness, spice, nuts, and fruit. This cigar did not burn well at all. I don't know. I had to do about 7 relights on it, and a few touch-ups. It just would not stay lit. It tasted great. The construction was great. Everything was great about the cigar except for the fact it would not stay lit. So because of that, I would put that at the bottom of my list. Actually, everything was great about it except for the fact I had to keep doing relights on it, and that really was frustrating actually. So, and then the number one cigar that I had, which was another cigar that wasn't super cheap, was the Arturo or the Fuente. I'm sorry, Fuente. Arturo Fuente Nijo Reserve Extra. See, I'm trying to find the rest of my notes here. Let's see here. A Fuente Nijo Reserve Extra Viejo. Number 50 Robusto 5 1/4 by 50. This was a limited Christmas cigar. Very limited Christmas cigar. Wrapper Connecticut broadleaf. Binder Dominican Republic, filler Dominican Republic, so it's a Puro. Or no, I'm sorry, it's not a Puro. I apologize. The binder and the filler are the same, Dominican Republic, but the wrapper is Connecticut broadleaf, so it's not a Puro. I apologize. Medium to full strength. It usually has a 94 score with the Cigar Aficionado magazine. Manufacturer suggested retail price of $16.99. Taste notes: brown sugar, cinnamon, oak, pepper, cocoa, licorice, or anise, and earth. And I would have put that probably at number 6. It did well for the most part, but the wrapper cracked and started falling apart on me halfway through it. So that was disappointing for a Fuente. I've never had a bad Fuente in my life, ever really. And this one was really good too, but the wrapper, it started unraveling and kind of cracking on me. So for a $17 cigar, that should have never happened. So. Let's see here. The milk dilutes the eggnog just enough, so it's not so concentrated. Okay, well it definitely makes sense, definitely to mix it with milk, because it mixes well with eggnog, and milk, not consistent, not the same consistency exactly, but I can see how it'd work in milk definitely. See, my ex-wife's dad used to want me to smoke a pipe with him on the front porch, puff, not inhale. And yeah, pipes do smell great. My dad used to smoke a pipe when he was alive. And I always loved the smell of pipes. And I do got some cigars that I do smoke once in a while. They're they're from the Deadwood Tobacco Company out of Deadwood, South Dakota. The Sweet Janes, the Fat Bottom Betties, Leather Roses, Crazy Alices. They're from the Deadwood Tobacco Company out of Deadwood, South Dakota, along with Drew Estate Cigars out of Nicaragua. And they've got a sweet tip on it. And when you smoke them, they've got some sweet smoke that kind of comes out of the cigar. And they've never revealed what's in the filler. But rumor has it that there's pipe tobacco in those cigars. And so I wouldn't doubt it, because the Deadwood Tobacco Company also has pipe tobacco that you can buy that has the same kind of taste notes as the Sweet Janes and the Fat Bottom Betties. The Yummy Bitches line is the name of the line of these cigars. There's like 5 different ones, but it's supposed to represent the women of the Old West. So it's called the Yummy Bitches line. But yeah, the Crazy Alice again, the Sweet Jane, the Fat Bottom Betty, Leather Rose, and then there's also a new one called the Woman with No Name, or the Girl with No Name. I can't remember which one they call it. But yeah, they're really good. They got that sweet aroma like a pipe does, and so it really reminds me of the pipe smoke, that cherry pipe smoke that my dad used to. That aroma that used to come out of his pipes, that cherry kind of aroma. So it makes me wonder if there is definitely pipe tobacco in those cigars I just mentioned. So anyway, but if in your area, Robert, if you can get a hold of, if you can go to a tobacco shop, if there's any tobacco shops where you're at, um, ask them for the Sweet Janes or the Fat Bottom Betties. If you've never had a cigar before, that's a great way to start out. They're not strong, they're medium strength, but they've got that there's a sweet tip on it, and they taste wonderful, especially after like I eat like a steak meal or any kind of heavy meal. They're just great for dessert if you're trying to stay away from cakes or pastries or anything like that, and you're trying to stay away and watch your calories, trying to stay away from stuff like that, cookies or whatever. If you're trying to watch your calories and you're wanting something sweet for dessert, that's a great way to go. Definitely, I love those for like a dessert cigar. If I'm trying to stay away from like eating desserts or something, I'll have one of those. So anyway, um, let's see here. The milk dilutes the eggnog just enough so it's not so concentrated. Plus, it makes it last longer. Yeah, I bet it does. So I'm definitely curious about that. I gotta try that. Definitely gotta try that. So, and my wife, um, she has to have a lot of gluten-free foods, and she can't really drink regular milk. She's got to have like almond milk or oat milk, and I'll have to have her try that in her milk too sometime. So anyway, Robert, what do you do for work, or what do you do over there in Montana? What do you do? Again, I run a grocery store called Main Street Market here in Kimball. We just got through a big inventory that we do inventory every month on our outer areas, our liquor department, my cigars, um, our meat department, our deli bakery department, our produce and floral area. We do those areas at the end of every month, but we do the whole store every 4 months. So I've got a pretty decent sized grocery store I run. You work at a hotel as a desk clerk. Okay, cool. Very cool. Very cool. So, do you have regular hours? Like, do you do day hours or do you do nights? Or what kind of hours do you have to work? Do you do it full time or? I put in about 90 hours a week with my work I do. Um, about 90 hours a week I put in. Uh, with this with this big inventory we did where we had to do the whole store. Um, yeah, I don't know how many hours I put in over the past 4 days. Quite a bit. I don't even want to know. So you do the night shifts, okay? Do you sleep pretty good during the day? My buddy Jacob over in South Dakota, his job is at night also. He's in healthcare, and his work he does at night as well. So um, I used to do a lot of night shifts, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Okay. I used to be in the music business when I was younger, and did a lot of concert production work and stuff like that. And I always worked, my day would start out early afternoon, and I wouldn't be done until probably 4 o'clock the next morning. Um, and then I used to work for a children's home. Sometimes I had to work at night. While the kids were sleeping, I had to check on them every 5 minutes, make sure they were not doing anything they weren't supposed to be doing. But I worked for a children's home for 20 years. Um, and I worked some night shifts at that time. A lot of evening shifts or overnight shifts I worked a lot of. When I got into grocery, in the beginning of getting into grocery, I used to unload trucks in the middle of the night. And then it led to other positions after that. But I used to go to work at about 2 in the morning to unload, all the trucks that came in for the grocery store, and then I would work until about noon at the store. Then I'd go into the children's home and work from like 2 p.m. until midnight, and then I'd go back to the store at 2 in the morning, unload trucks again, and work until noon. Go home, get a shower, rest for an hour or so, go back to work at the children's home. So I did that for quite a while, where I'd worked a lot of nights, evenings. So I understand, and I never could sleep during the day either. I always had a hard time sleeping during the day, so I would work out during the day in between some of my shifts too. Or if I wasn't working at the store and I was just working at the children's home in the evenings, I wouldn't be able to sleep during the day at all. So I would end up finding myself working out or something during the day before I went to work. So yeah, I'm not a day sleeper either still. Um, all my days off after I've worked a lot of hours, you would think that I'd want to sleep in for a little bit, but I don't. I get up at about 6 or 7 in the morning and spend the day with my wife until she goes to work. My wife runs an after school programs for an elementary school. It's a program where the kids go in after school and she helps them with homework. They do activities, and it's then she's with them until their parents get off of work. So it's really kind of for the parents, so there's a place for their kids to go after they get out of school, so they're not at home, without the parents. But so these are pretty young kids. These are elementary school age kids that my wife works with. So she works evenings. So I'll get up early on my days off, hang out with her, or I'll do my podcast, and until she goes to work at 2 in the afternoon. So, but let's see, your hat is the same color as the Irish St. Patrick Peaky Dorchester green on Boston Scally Company, and I've got that hat. If you go back through some of my older podcasts, Robert, you'll see that I wear that Dorchester green cap. I've got that, and it's one of my favorites. And actually, this cap is not green. It's just the way the light's hitting it. This is actually a brown. It's actually brown, this cap. But yeah, it definitely looks like that green. I didn't think about it, but yeah, it looks like the green definitely. But let me give you a close up. See, it's brown. It's definitely brown. But yeah, my hair looks freaking terrible. Damn. So I don't like to take my hat off in front of people because my hair, after working all day, my hair does not look the greatest. So, but yeah, that's one of my favorite caps. That Dorchester green, uh, Irish Boston Scally, or the Irish cap. Yeah, I love it. And let's see here. Um, Another cap I just got in that I haven't worn yet. I got in the Patchworks flat, the single panel flat cap. It's the oh gosh, I'm trying to think. It's the gosh, I'm trying to think of the name of it again. But it's got the green, like green different patches all over the top of it. Really, really cool looking hat. I don't have the lunchbox, but it's like that same pattern, the St. Patrick's Day one I got in. The Air, or no, it's not the Air. Never mind. Gosh, I wish I could think of the name of it, but it's like the lunchbox, but it's really got a lot of dark, like a lot of greens all throughout it. And it's got like the logo on the inside. It's got that beer glass with the where they're the two beer glasses are like doing a cheers with each other, and it's that dark beer. The slank, yes, there it is. That's the one. I bought my brother that for Christmas, and I liked it so much I ended up ordering one for myself. So yeah, it's the patchwork edition definitely. But yeah, I can't wait to start wearing that. I will start probably wearing that probably sometime this month. I'll probably start wearing that. There's a close up of that cigar band that I just took off of my cigar. Um, so there it is. Really cool cigar. Really great cigar. Um, I will do that. Yes, I will, Robert. I plan on doing um, a review on that cap. I really do plan on doing that. So, um, yeah, I agree. Yeah, definitely. Dead Saint. Yep. But I do plan on doing a review on that. There's some other caps I still want to do some reviews, but I'll wait until spring or summer on some other caps that I want to do. I'm going to do a few more here down the road, definitely. I keep talking, and my cigar keeps going out on me, not because it's a bad cigar, it's because I talk and I'm not puffing enough on it. That's the only other thing about these cigars is if you don't puff on them regularly, they will burn out on you. So yeah, so you gotta every 2 or 3 seconds. Well, not every 2 or 3 seconds. Probably about every 10 to 12 seconds or so. You want to get a puff on it to keep it going. If you don't puff on it enough and you kind of neglect it, it will burn out on its own. Get some pyrotechnics going for you there, Robert. That looked like a Kiss show there when I was lighting this. Let's see here. Yeah, St. Patrick's Day is definitely coming soon. That's for sure. Definitely coming soon. Definitely coming soon. It's another time of year that I really like because I've got a lot of different scally caps for St. Patrick's Day. I've got a dark green herringbone peaky. I've got a green flat cap, single panel cap that I like to wear around St. Patrick's Day. Of course, the one we discussed, I really like the Deutscheister green. I've also got a black Boondock. It's got a black 3-leaf clover on the back, and it's black, and then it's got green plaid underneath the brim. That's another one I really like to wear. So, but yeah, so. Man, I've really been enjoying this time with you guys. Robert, if you send me your address, because I appreciate your participation, I appreciate you hanging out with me today. If you are wanting to try a cigar to smoke, I would be glad to send you a couple cigars or something. If you've never tried one, I would definitely send you a couple cigars to try. If you tell me what you think you would like for taste notes, if you like more bold, if you think you like kind of more bold, or more maybe a cigar that's not as bold, or if you're looking for something sweet, something that's more medium strength or sweet, I would be glad to send you a couple cigars to try out if you're serious about it. And then if I do that for you, I would like you to kind of get on YouTube, because I can show you what I know. But there's a guy on YouTube, and he's a buddy of mine also, and he's kind of big in the cigar business. But his name is Tim Swanson with Cigars Daily, and he's out of Phoenix, Arizona. If you punch in how to clip your cigar, how to toast it, light it, all that. If you Google that, Tim Swanson's he'll more than likely pop up. But there's a lot of great guys out there with great tutorial videos that will show you some really good stuff on how to clip your cigars, how to toast them and light them appropriately. And then of course I can definitely show you some of that as well. So, but yeah, maybe we can FaceTime each other sometime, and I can just you and me one on one. When you get them, I can smoke a cigar with you by FaceTiming you, and I can show you how I clip my cigars, how I toast it, and I'd be glad to do that for you. But let me know, Robert, if you'd like me to send you a couple cigars. I definitely do that for you, because I do. I appreciate you. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your participation today and hanging out with me and communicating with me and talking with me the way you do. And by the way, I hope you're not gonna be too tired if you got work tonight because of hanging out with me today. Yeah, like I said, this was kind of a last minute thing I decided to do. I thought I would, do that, do this today for my first Dropping the Ash podcast for 2025. So yeah. So anyway, this has been really fun. Really been enjoying this. Let's see here. Have you ever considered buying some vintage lighters that could be a draw for the lighter genre? Um, Robert, let's see here. I haven't considered buying any vintage lighters, but I'll tell you, I've got a lighter. I've got a single torch lighter. Um, oh gosh, I'm trying to think of it. The name of them. They're the lighters that a lot of guys use for cigarettes. Well, let me hold on a second. Let me grab it. Oh, the Zippo lighters is what I'm thinking of. My son bought me this one last year, and then my brother had my dad's old Zippo lighter from the Navy. I don't know if you can see that. It says U.S. Navy, 1965 to 1971. And then on the back, it's got his name engraved. Port Arthur, Texas, which is the home of Janis Joplin. My dad and Janis Joplin went to high school together, of all things, back in Port Arthur, Texas. But yeah, and then it says U.S. Navy on the other side, 1965 to 1971. And I hauled it and got a new wick in it and put new butane in it, or lighter fluid in it. And I have used this on one of my older podcasts, but I would definitely consider using this again in a podcast or something. But no, I've never bought any vintage lighters or anything like that. Um, yeah, I'd definitely like to know about the vintage cigar lighter, the vintage lighter channels you're a part of. I'd definitely like to see what that's all about. Yeah, that Kiss Army Zippo lighter was a nice gift from one of my other sons that got me that last year. So yeah, it's been I use it once in a while. I don't use them regularly. I'm not patient enough to use them for my cigars. I do once in a while use them. It's just like in the beginning of this, I tried using that match, and it just takes too long for me. I want to get my cigar toasted, not too quickly, because if you toast them too quick, they won't last the way they need to. There's a there's a ritual you got to do and a trick to it of how you toast and light your cigar so they burn better and they don't burn all wonky on you. Um, but so I like my regular torch lighters for toasting my cigars and lighting them. I'm just not patient enough for the single torch, for the soft flames and for the matches. I'm just not patient enough. But I do like to use it once in a while here at home. I'll use it. I'll break it out and use it once in a while on my cigars. It's they're fun to use still. So um, your Zippo works great for lighting my cigar. I bet it does. I bet it does. I won't doubt that one bit. There. So um, hey Grant. So you've been using Zippos a lot on your cigars, Grant? My brother just came on from Sheridan, Wyoming. I think it's really cool that Joey is in that parade today. Wow. Uh, yeah, my nephew Joey plays for the University of Wyoming marching band, and he was in the Rose Parade today over in California. It was in California, wasn't it? We're at in California. I can't remember. Was that would that be over in Los Angeles, or where is that parade at, Grant? God, Grant, I haven't heard from you for so long. We need to talk on the phone again sometime. Pasadena, California. Okay, nice. Yeah, I was really happy to hear that he was in that parade. That they all got to go down there. So very cool that he got to experience that trip and got to be a part of that. That's huge. in my book, to be in the Rose Parade with a university marching band. I think that's huge. I think it's so awesome. Um, Happy New Year to you, Grant. I love you. Sorry we haven't talked in so long. I haven't called because I know you're busy, and I've been pretty busy myself, of course. But I feel bad we haven't talked in so long. And I feel bad we never did get a cigar in over the summertime together, by FaceTiming or anything like that. But I'm all open to having a cigar with you, um, anytime you want. You just gotta let me know because I know you're busy, and I know I'm busy too. But let me know whenever you're gonna smoke a cigar on a Saturday or whatever day, and Saturday evening I'll make sure I do the same with you. So, but yeah, pretty cool that Joey got to do that. I'm so proud of him actually. And so anyway, but yeah, I love you too. I miss you a lot, and hope everyone's doing good. And hope Seth is doing good. Hope Naomi's doing good. So, yeah, I kind of decided to do this as a last minute thing. I wanted to do a Dropping the Ash podcast, and I got off of work early, so I thought, well, why not? Why not do a live show for my first one for 2025? For January 1st of 2025. Why not do one? Heck. So I decided to do it. And so anyway, I'm glad I could do this. And I appreciate all of you guys that follow me and that are participating today. I really do appreciate it. And I do need to get the whole Zippo thing down more, probably. I just haven't been patient enough to use it with my cigars. I love my torch lighters. But I do, when I'm down here by myself, I will break out the Zippo once in a while and use it on my cigars. I just don't do it regularly like I need to. But yeah, I'm trying. So yeah, I know, Grant, and I've got a lot of stuff I've put out, and I know it's a lot to keep up with. So I don't expect you to keep up with everything. I've got a lot of stuff that I've been putting out on my spare time. And I don't know if you heard, but I'm supposed to have Martin Motnick on my show on the 12th. Not sure what time it's going to be yet, but he's the bass player for the German metal band Accept that I've been following since high school. He's going to be on my show. We got to know each other after I went and saw Accept and KK's Priest in Denver this last year. We ended up communicating on Facebook and became good friends. So all right, Robert, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for participating. If you want me to send you a couple cigars, DM me or something on Facebook at my Troy Harper Facebook page. DM me or something, and I will send you a couple cigars, buddy. I'd like to see you experience a couple cigars for the first time, so I definitely do that for you. So anyway. So anyway, Robert, I'll talk to you later, buddy. And thanks again for hanging out a little bit. So stay in touch, okay? Um, anyway, Grant, did you have to work today, or are you off, or what? I'm guessing you're off today. But yeah, it's gonna be awesome to have Martin on here. He's a really, really great guy. Um, Everyone speaks very highly of him. Okay, I figured you were off today. I uh, I only worked until about 1 o'clock today, so um, I put in 4 days of uh, inventory for the whole store. So I think over the past 4 days, I've maybe gotten 12 hours of sleep at the most. So I stuck around till 1 o'clock today. I'm off tomorrow, so I really need my day off tomorrow, definitely. So, but glad this inventory is over. This was probably my roughest inventory, I'd have to say. I did it all on my own this time. I didn't have any help, just because of work situations with everybody else. They had to fill in other areas of the store because of us being short on help. So I did all this inventory on my own for 4 days and had to stay some late nights and then work during the day as well. So I worked really late throughout the night, got a few hours of sleep in between, went back to work. So Yeah, so anyway, I'm glad it's over, and I definitely needed a cigar today. I smoked a small one out on the porch last night, but it was pretty cold out, so it wasn't super enjoyable. But so it's been nice being down my lounge today, smoking a cigar finally, and getting to do it the way I want to. And everyone's gone right now, so I thought, well, I might as well take advantage of it and come down and hang out a little bit. So anyway, have you talked to Joey today? Then did you guys get a call from him, or did you call him, or? Yeah, it's the grocery business is not what people think. I think a lot of people think the grocery business is pretty easy, but it's really not. It's hard work, and I know what you do is very hard work too, bud. So I don't know if you saw what I was smoking, but this is what I'm smoking, Grant. And I'll have to send you one of these sometime. They're kind of hard to get, but I am carrying them at my store. Um, it's not a real super strong cigar. It's more medium strength. Um, but let's see here. It's the Black Label Santa Orete Petite Lancero, 6.5 by 42. Um, wrapper Ecuadorian Habano, binder Ecuadorian Habano, filler Nicaraguan, Dominican, Republic, San Andreas as well in the filler. Um, coffee notes, cocoa notes, spice, cedar, leather, and pepper notes in it as well. So, and it's a boutique cigar, so there's not a lot of them made. It's a small batch cigar. So the company that puts them out doesn't put out a lot of them each year. So, but yeah, it's really good. It's been one of my favorites. This is probably my fourth one I've smoked now, and it's been really good cigar. So yeah, so really good. But what cigars have you gotten in, Grant, lately, or have you been able to smoke any cigars lately, or I don't know if you're using your garage to smoke one. If you do, hope you're enjoying the cap that I sent you. I actually had a coworker that gave me a gift certificate for Christmas to the Boston Scally Company, so I ended up ordering the same one for myself. I haven't worn it yet, but I can't wait to wear it. So I'm talking about the patchwork, uh, the St. Patrick's Day patchwork slant, I think is what it's called that I sent you. So, but anxious to wear mine definitely. So anyway, so that's what's going on with me. So I haven't smoked a lot. Every once in a while. Yes, I love my hat. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm glad you're enjoying it. So, but anyway, guys, want to give out some quick shout outs. My brother Grant that signed on, or that just joined in on this, back in Sheridan, Wyoming. I want to give a shout out to, of course, my buddies back in Pittsburgh, Corey Banks, Samuel Hoffman, and Jason Smith with the Cigar Junkies. Daniel Finley over in Pittsburgh, another great friend of mine. Daniel, if you find this video, hello, brother. Happy New Year to you. You guys over with the Cigar Junkies, hello to you guys. Happy New Year. Miss you guys a ton. And Daniel Ravenelli out of Cheyenne, Wyoming, with the 505 Cigar Review. I was on his show not too long ago. That was a really fun show. Um, and let's see here. All the people around here in Kimball have been supporting my grocery store, supporting my YouTube channel, buying cigars from me at the store. Yeah, so, and then just, gosh, my buddy Howard Sinclair back in Torrington. Hello to you, buddy. I haven't talked to you in a while. I haven't seen you in a long time. I hope you're doing well. Happy New Year to you. Jeff and Shirley Caston over in Potter, Nebraska. Shirley used to work for me over at the store. They live about 15 minutes from here. they've been a huge support to me with this channel. So hello to you guys over there. Happy New Year to you. And gosh, trying to think of who else. Well, of course, Jacob over in South Dakota. Hello, buddy. God bless, man. Happy New Year to you. Can't wait to do another podcast with you pretty soon. And let's see here. Andrew Please over in Torrington, Wyoming. He's done a couple tattoos on me. And I've been meaning to show off my recent tattoo that he did for me a little while back. I'm a huge Ronnie James Dio fan. I think he's a great guy. He passed away in 2010. But I decided to finally get a tattoo with him. And it's got his signature. It's got the Dio logo. It's got the horns behind it, or the evil eye is what his grandma always did. It was a way that she would ward away evil. She would do this to ward away evil. They come from Italy, so she had a religious thing with that. And so Ronnie James Dio did a lot of that during his shows, but that's where he got that, was from his grandma that told him it was the evil eye. It was, you do that to ward away evil. If there's any evil presences around you, you do that, and they'll cause the evil to go away. And Ozzy Osbourne, when he was with Black Sabbath, always did the peace sign. So when Ronnie James Dio joined Black Sabbath after Ozzy got fired, James Dio decided to do this instead. But let me show you the tattoo real quick here. There it is right there. Hopefully you guys can see that good. And yeah, so anyway, thank you, Andrew. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate the great work you've done on me. So, but anyway, been meaning to show that off a little bit because I'm really proud of it. And he did my Cigar Junkies tattoo that I showed off in some of my past podcasts. For the Cigar Junkies podcast I did back in Pittsburgh on October 27th with my buddies over there. So anyway, guys, but my gosh, I've been on here for a little while, so I'll go ahead and sign off for now. But anyway, my first Dropping the Ash podcast live. So thank you all that joined me. This is episode 33. And this is Troy Harper at Harper Cigar Lounge here in Kimball, Nebraska. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel by smashing that subscribe button. Smash that like button. Leave your comments and feedback for me. Leave me any comments or questions. Share this content with everybody you know. And get the word out to others. Hopefully this will make someone's day a little bit better. Make their smoking experience a little bit better. Maybe get them some more awareness on some great music out there, some great cigars out there. But check out my Smoke and Metal podcast, where I pair a great cigar and a great album together. Let's see here. I got the Troy Marcia cigar review, where I kind of do reviews on Italian cigars, have a little bit of Italian music in the background, do all the latest cigar news, some cigar trivia. I am not doing the Spotify anymore audio podcast. I've decided to drop that. Just not getting the audience that I want on it, so I've decided to drop that. I'm not doing that anymore. So when I give out the trivia questions on my Troy Marcia cigar review, I will give you a different way of giving me your answers. And if you get me the answers correctly and you're the first one to do that, I'll send you something nice in the mail for participating and doing that. So, but anyway, guys, and then check out my Harper Cigar Lounge podcast as well, which was the very first one I started doing, where I discuss different subjects with hard rock, heavy metal, along with doing cigar reviews. So check that out also. So anyway, guys, I'm going to end this now. Thanks for hanging out with me. God bless. Happy New Year to you guys. And you guys are the greatest. I appreciate all of you out there. And yeah, you guys are awesome. I appreciate all of you very much. And you guys, please take care of yourselves. And stay in touch with me as much as you can. And I'll stay in touch as well. So anyway, you guys, I will let you go for now. Thanks for hanging out. Again, this is Dropping the Ash Podcast, episode 33. And this is Troy Harper here at Harper Cigar Lounge. Anyway, keep rocking, keep smoking great cigars. I've dropped a couple ashes. I got one on my table here. I missed the ashtray. But that's how this podcast came about, was because of the joke I made and about not getting my ashes into my ashtray the way I need to. And had someone suggest that I do a dropping, or call it my podcast or change my name to Dropping the Ash Podcast, and which I went with that, but I decided to do a different podcast with that name instead of changing my Harper Cigar Lounge podcast name. I just decided to add another podcast, which I called it the Dropping the Ash Podcast, which is, of course, this one. And then I've ended up adding some more podcasts along the way as well. So check out all the content. Hope you're enjoying it. And you guys, I'll talk to you later. Signing off. Happy New Year, guys. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.